Okay, here we are making a carpentry video, and I just made one and realized it was 7 minutes long, and it was just way too long for what I was showing. I'm not used to doing tutorials. It's been a long time. Some of my earliest YouTube videos were on my carpentry channel, but I haven't done it in a while. So anyway, I want to show you how to cut trim around a door when you have some rotten trim at the bottom and you just want to replace part of it and not the whole thing. And I'm going to give you an example of why this might be the case. Right here I have a floor that I just put in a while back, and it's, well, last week. But, you know, it goes all the way through into the bathroom. It's just a simple LVP floor. And then I'm going to put base around the edge. Before you put base in, you have to put door trim. The door trim I have here is very old, colonial style, I guess. And it's kind of beat up, but it's, you know, you got to know where to draw the line. But down at the bottom, we have, it's quite beat up. It's thrashed. And when I was putting in the flooring, you'll find that sometimes it's too short, or you have to cut off a piece to get the flooring in. I won't even explain why, because if you're already looking at this, you know what I'm talking about. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out how much is damaged. So let's say, what, 2.5 inches or so. And then what I'm going to do is come over here to this piece of identical molding, and that's the key. You need a piece of identical molding. Then what you do with that molding, which is pretty self-explanatory, you cut it at about the height you want. And it looks like I've got a little bit of flarf here, so I need to get that off. Okay, there we go. So let's say right there. Alright, so now we have our little piece. Then what I'm going to do, and also in the last video I didn't really have it zoomed in so you couldn't see what I was doing. So here, got our old piece of crappy stuff. I'm going to put this right up against it, right? And you can also scribe it with the pencil and cut it with a hand tool, but I'm using here a multi-tool, an oscillating tool. Alright. You just take out the old piece. Clean it out a little, and then just slide the new one in and see that it fits. And it looks pretty damn good. When this is all said and done, you won't even know. So what I'll do then, I'll just take some of my Tite Bond that I use for like everything. Get a nice coat of glue on there. See? And then just put it in at an angle and then just press it up, compress it on. Get extra glue out, kind of fill it in. Make sure that everything's even. First of all, that's the most important thing. And it's okay if it's a little loose and it wants to sit on the floor. That's okay. If you're really concerned about it, you can also like take a wedge or something and put it underneath to like kind of hold it up tight against itself. And then you'll just kind of feel out the edges, right? Make sure everything feels flush. It's a little proud there, so push that back, okay? There. And what I'm going to do now is just leave this to dry. And I think that's one of the hardest parts for people. Just leaving something alone for a while. So there's our shitty old piece. There's our new piece. By the time that's all said and done, you won't even know it's a new piece. And it saves a lot of material if you don't want to replace a whole piece of trim because you're missing one. So hopefully that helps somebody in the future. Anyway, I'll see you next time. It's funny, one of my earliest YouTube videos is actually about how to use the creek jig, which is like a pocket hole jig. And that was back when YouTube was still fun. You could still share just a video of how to do something without it having to be over-edited and selling you a bunch of damn tools. So this video is not sponsored by any tools, and it's not brought to you by anyone except me. So, peace out.